you?
I'm doing good. You're in Spain. What it is like? What's going on in Spain right now?
Well, we're pretty high in the rankings, so we're in lockdown, which is a lot misunderstood. We are in lockdown with house arrest. That means we are not allowed to go out unless it's for grocery shopping, pharmacy, or if you have a dog around the house.
When last did you get out of that house?
Well, I'm lucky I have a dog.
So the dog saved your life.
The dog keeps me a little social, at least with the streets, not with the people. But yes, this is one thing which is you're not supposed to go out. It was the first week, so we're all getting used to it. We just got the news this morning that we're gonna add 2 more weeks. We were in primarily done by next week, like by Sunday next week. So now we're 2 weeks more in lockdown. I'm in Mallorca. That's an island of the Balears.
Your business is concierge travel. That's what
Yeah.
you. How has that affected your business?
We of course already noticed this very early on. Like when China started, everybody became very nervous. Who traveled to Asia? So we knew already what's coming, and then when it started spreading throughout Europe, of course, this was the wake up call for us. And I mean, the whole travel industry, and we're not talking about like me or like us, the travel agencies. It goes much further. It goes, especially people on island, especially in the Caribbean and everywhere. They're living out of the tourism. Like this island, Mallorca, is lives mainly out of the tourism, which affects them a lot. So we are the first in the chain. Yes, the airlines are the second. They are. We don't know how they survive. We saw the Emirates already grounded all passenger flights.
Mhm.
Um, it will show in time. It will be a disaster for the travel industry as much as the other industries too. But it will hit a lot of us. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Um, the first couple of weeks before we went to like the whole February, beginning of March, you were busy in just coping and thinking ahead of clients. I'm in the luxury business, so we already advised in February to monitor those travel around the world, and we knew quite early on that probably the US will close the borders or partially close the borders, how we say it. So we already advised our clients. So that we were busy. We did not have time. So I think it hit me mostly last week when I have a son. I have two sons, and my husband is in Switzerland because I'm originally from Switzerland. To make decisions, do I go to Switzerland? Am I here? He's in a boarding school. One of my sons. So you know, it's all those decisions you have to make in 24 hours because the state will give you this. You knew kind of it's coming, but not that fast. So it's all decisions making, and then once you're in lockdown, probably 2 or 3 days in, you start realizing what this really means.
What do you do to keep yourself sane?
I'm lucky again. I'm a mother of a 10-year-old who has homeschooling, and I just earned, I didn't know, but I earned a teacher's degree overnight.
Wow.
So no, I in the morning I make sure the teaching, because also there you have to help the teachers because they were overwhelmed too. So you are making sure everything goes smoothly. So by the third, fourth day, you have a rhythm, and then yeah, and then I work. I try to figure out what the next moves are with the business,
What's your
and a lot of FaceTime.
can imagine. What would be your advice to anyone who's looking at this and who's not experienced being in isolation for 2 weeks, let alone like for 2 days, let alone 2 weeks? You know.
Well, I think now it reached all over the world. Or not, maybe not all over the world, but the main areas, especially Europe. We all got pushed into the water, and we had to deal with it. I think it's just to, as the lady before said, it's getting really thinking, where can I cut down the social contact, and you get used to it to be at home. It has its benefits. My cupboards are clean,
Wow.
and yeah, I think it's really important. Just think before, when a country says they will, or this will be a measurement, or it could be a possible measurement this country is going to take. Just stock up with all the things. I'm not talking about food, because food you really don't need to stock up, because that's what everybody does. They buy toilet paper. They
And the
buy
word, the word is
yes, but you don't need that, because you are allowed to go shopping, and you're actually glad. I went after the third day. I went out, and it was like heaven, just to sit 5 minutes in the car to go
wow.
shopping. But it's other things, like I didn't think, like a rowing machine. I know it sounds really crazy, but that you cannot go for a walk. So a rowing machine maybe makes you work out, or um, just tools, or boxes to sort your cupboard, or bags to for the clothes to sort, which you can, vacuum the bags. You can vacuum things.
Eureka, you've been spring cleaning.
No, but this is what you have to do. I mean, we can talk about how many affected, infected, how many are, but at the end of the day, we cannot do anything but take a social distance from others, and let the medicals do their work. And I have a brother who's a doctor, and I appreciate all the work they do. But we are the home, and just do the best out of it. And yes, I do have breakdowns, by the way, which come usually when you hear your loved ones, because I don't have the family. But at the end of the day, think like this: if you have if you have your family close, don't go to your parents. Don't, because they are a risk, and that's what I think most went wrong. You want to be close, and you want to take everybody together. No, unfortunately, it's really not the time to do this.
Wow, we're joined by Wendy. Wendy is actually in Hong Kong right now. Hi, Wendy. Do you share the same
Ah,
sentiments as Eureka, who says she's been spring cleaning? What have you been doing to keep busy?
well, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so I've been cleaning, but that's normal. That's kind of part of who I am.
So what have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Well, actually, in Hong Kong, we're not really under such a strict, um, quarantine type of thing. But Hong Kong have been dealing very well with the coronavirus because I think maybe from the experience of SARS. As
Mhm.
soon as it started, I think mentally everybody just went into that frame of like everybody wears a mask.
Wow,
Everybody's like, oh yeah, they don't need to ask. Like everybody just does it. You
right.
know what I mean?
You.
So I mean, I've been still performing at the clubs. A lot of my events got postponed, cancelled, of course. That's expected. But I'm still performing. But Hong Kong, even if Hong Kong is right next door to the mainland, I mean, it's a part of China. I'm a little husky because I sing all the time, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah. I,
And I haven't slept yet, so it's after
well,
six in
thanks
the
for
morning.
sticking up just for me. I'm so grateful that you joined us and you could share your story. I know it's late in Spain. What time is it now?
I think it's after 6.
11:33.
Oh, yeah, right?
But for me, it's like 20 to 7
Yeah.
in the morning. So I haven't slept yet.
Wow. Thank you very much, Rebecca, for coming on and sharing with us what's going on in your side of the world, which is Spain. I really appreciate you sharing with us, and I wish that you continue to be safe and do what you're
Thank you
doing to
too.
be as sane as possible. I suspect by the end of the 2 weeks, your house will be spotless. You could eat off the floor.
I doubt it, but yes, no more stress. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. Take care.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.